All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm here with Big Shawnee on another episode of In the Sheds. Shawnee, g'day.
Hello, how are we?
Fantastic, mate. Thanks for coming on to the channel, mate. Let's delve in, and I want to hear a little bit about you. What's the man Sean about?
Yeah, just cars, racing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apart from the usual stuff.
Causing a muck, yeah.
The number plate says that, doesn't it?
It does, it's a party.
It
Always
is
a party.
That's funny because we were out at a power cruise and I had a bit of an interview with you, sort of ad lib, and the first thing you said was it's a party.
Yeah.
And this is like a party bus.
Exactly right. Yeah.
How long you had the car for, dude?
Had it for about 3 years now. 3 years, took about a year, 12 months to build it.
Yeah.
Basically bought it as a roller.
Yeah. And what is it?
It's a ℎ𝐔𝐘𝐒 Kingswood.
Yeah.
71 model.
Yeah.
Bought it as a roller, like I said. So basically just had LS mounts in it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, a 9-inch.
And what was the plan with it when you bought it?
It was meant to be a bit of a family cruiser.
As they all start out.
As they all start out, yeah.
Would you say this is a cruiser, or?
Yeah, it depends how you look
Depends
at it.
who you ask.
Depends how you look at it, yeah. Street registered,
Sure.
so let's put it that way.
Sure.
Yeah, basically wanted to build a family cruiser, a weekend sort of car, but everything snowballed. I kind of sneezed, and next thing you know, I've got this.
Which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone starts with a plan, and then that plan just goes, all right, we've just gone 10 steps above.
Yeah. I was stoked. I was going to have 700-800 horsepower. You know, something I can take to the track, have a bit of fun, blaze some tyres, but then mainly street cruise and go to some car shows and
then
stuff.
that 700-800, it's now.
Yeah. Add like 1,000 to that. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now we were talking off camera. You're saying that you've got a button that allows not much or plenty.
Exactly. Yeah. So I've got a button. It's basically wastegate or everything.
Now, how often do you use everything?
Yeah, every time.
I love that.
No, on the street I mainly run the wastegate pressure because you know the street just can't handle that much horsepower.
Yeah. And you don't want to break any rules and regulations.
Yeah, exactly. You know, stick fastest to 60. You know,
without breaking traction, of course.
Exactly right. Yeah.
We don't condone any street racing on this channel.
Zero
at all.
street racing.
Now, tell us a little bit about the car, man. What have you done to it since you got it from day one?
Yep. So day one, I pretty much picked it up with the mindset of going LS turbo.
Yeah.
So I got.
What is the combo?
It's a LY6, so a 6 litre.
Yep.
It's been stroked out to a 6.6 litre, so a 403 cube.
Yep.
Built by the man himself, Troy, down at War Speed. Absolute legend of a bloke.
It's funny. Hopefully this will come out before I go down and see Troy, or maybe not. But we're going to get together and do an episode. So chat to the man himself.
Oh, wealth of knowledge, him, and just great person to deal with too. Even after post like buying the engine, like he's constantly in contact and making sure everything's running smooth, giving me hints and stuff.
That's the best thing you want, hey. Especially with cars like these, I feel like you can't just let them go. You need someone who's always on top of the program.
Yeah. His work speaks for himself, and then his customer service is just beyond anything I've ever seen before. So yeah.
Free plug there for War Speed, Troy. You are the man.
Yeah. Cheap engine next time, Troy.
What's cheap these days?
I
feel like everything just comes with a price tag. Yeah. So sorry, we'll go back to LY6.
LY6, a 403 cube, got a GDX 55, 98mm turbo.
That is a fucking big turbo.
Yeah, no, it's not for the pussies.
Is that why you got big arms? Is because you constantly keep doing curls on it? Or?
Yeah, I've got to constantly take it in and out, you know, because it's just race car life.
Big turbo. What else is done?
We put a 2-speed glide in it. Oh, with the engine too, it's all dry sump. So I've got the Peterson tank back here.
So we'll have a look at that shortly. We'll go for a bit of a walk around the car.
So it's all dry sump, like pretty serious sort of setup.
Was that always the plan when you went to Troy with the build, or did it?
No. Troy talked me into the dry sump. He said, you know, if you want no issues with your bearings and that later on in life, dry sump's the way to go.
And you have to listen to the man. He knows what he's talking about.
Exactly right. He's such a wealth of knowledge. So I'm never going to go against what he says. So yeah, we whacked the dry sump system set up on it, backed by a 2-speed glide, which Mark over at Outcast Automotive, he built that for me.
He's doing some cool stuff, hey?
Bro, he's building some cool shit these days.
I love that burrito bus, man. It's cool.
The Malibu
thing.
The
Malibu, man. I've always had a soft spot for them years ago when I was looking at either a Fox body or I was going to get a Malibu.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, tossing up, and then I found a Fox body, so I just so happened to go that route. I've always loved them, but I look at those cars and I'm like, they're gangster.
Yeah, and you can't go past the long roof at the end of the day.
Yeah,
they're pretty sick.
I'm not a fan of the stuff. I'm not saying not a fan, but I would never own one, but I appreciate one. So.
Yeah. I just like Kingers.
Sure. And this is a nice one. Now, 2-speed glide.
Two-speed glide.
What's under the bum of it?
We got a 9-inch in the back, 3.7 diff gears, I think.
Sure. And the tyre on the back?
Yeah, it's a 255.
Yeah. And you're saying before that you're sort of limited for that at the moment?
Correct. Yeah, I've just got no wheel space in the back at the moment, so I can't even fit a 275 under it.
And obviously, it would bushfire that if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think it'll bushfire anything, but if you drive hard enough,
700 or 800 plus 1,000, it's going to do that, I think.
Yeah. No, but the 255s actually grip pretty good, to be honest. So, and
a lot of people are a good tyre, hey?
Yeah, bro, they're next level. Like compared to the Mickeys, I can't get the Mickeys to grip on the street at all.
Is it because of the super soft compound, or what is it?
I don't know. But these are they're a bit of a harder compound than the Mickeys, but they just on the street I can get them to actually hook.
How long do they last for you?
Easily 3-4 times the amount of time.
Really?
Easily, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I've had that set on. I've done a lot of street duties in it, and then done your track day, the Prodigy track day, and I've done 1.5 days at Power Cruise, and they're at about their limit now. So you know, a couple more donuts, they're done. So.
And these quite heavy?
No, yeah, probably with all this shit in it.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
Factory.
Yeah, I haven't had it scaled yet. That's the next thing. So yeah, Mark over at 𝐿𝐶𝐒, he's going to scale it for me.
I guess they were never really built to have or do the speeds or the Gs and stuff that you're probably going to do or have done.
Exactly right. But then the weight distribution side of things, you know, that turbo 68 kilos hanging off the passenger front. Sure. I mean, we're going to have to put some weight around the car to get it to run track straight.
And you want to run some numbers in it?
Yeah, I want to run some numbers. I don't want to be super competitive, but I just want to see what the car does the way it is, you know. Like, I'm not going to go chasing. But yeah, I'm happy to scale it, get it running, tracking straight, and just see what it does.
What do you think it weighs at the moment?
I'd be guessing, man. I wouldn't know. Yeah,
and what would you like to run number-wise? What is the goal for you?
Running an 8 somewhere. I'm happy with an 8. Like, I've got the cage in it. It's only a bolt in, it's not a weld in, so I can run an 8 flat with that cage. Which, you know, we should get around those sort of numbers.
Once it gets dialed, hey?
Yeah, once it gets dialed.
Surely with the horsepower, without knowing how much it weighs, like it looks heavy, but it could be deceptive. It's probably got a 7 in it, surely.
Yeah, well, like I was saying to you previously off camera, the old owner, he had about, you know, the 1200 range, and he was running 820s in it. So I'm pretty sure he was running 820s in it. So that's cool. But he had 𝐵𝐸𝐶 shocks in it, I think.
So what's in the bum of this?
Just Vikings.
Okay.
Yeah, middle of the range.
Single or double adjustable?
Double adjustable.
Yeah, perfect.
And it's running the 𝐵𝐸𝐶 mono leaf.
Yeah, cool. They do some cool stuff up there, hey, on the old leaf screen.
Man, great. So when I was in a fab lab getting all the fab work, the roll cage and everything done, 𝐵𝐸𝐶 bros went down to the shed and they did the pinion angles and that on the diff for us, and cool. So it's all set up right. I just haven't actually run it yet.
You're always a busy man. You work a lot, hey?
I do work a lot. So I work FIFO. Week on, week off kind of thing, and then got a young family, so looking after the little man and that. So
is he into cars?
Oh, he froths cars, man.
So how long until he'll be driving this, you reckon?
Oh, he's already been behind the wheel. He's 1 year, 3 months old. He's already behind it.
When do you reckon he'll be letting off the button?
Oh, at least another 6 months. As soon as possible, we'll be letting off that one.
Now, what do you do in your spare time when you're not working?
Mainly maintenance on this, you know, as you know, high horsepower cars like this, just constantly maintenance. So other than that, a little bit of jet skiing and stuff, you know, just
And you're on the coast?
Cruise. Yeah, I'm just over here.
I feel like it's a good lifestyle up here.
Oh, man, it's a great lifestyle. So I'm only, you know, a couple of minutes from the beach where I live. So like this morning, took the little man down, had a bit of a swim at the beach. And
can you surf?
No. I'm more sink,
Built for feed, not for speed, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
How good.
Been in the grazing paddock a bit long.
Nice. And what else is there to do up here?
Just chill, man. Like it's good little like pubs and that around, and just go out for lunch and catch
Where's
up
your
with
favourite
the
food
boys.
spot?
Probably down Ocean Street. Ocean Street's always
That's
good.
Mooloolaba?
Maroochydore.
Maroochydore, sorry,
Good feeds down there. All the Asians and stuff like that. All the Asian food and that. They're amazing down there.
So end of 2024, we're November now. What's that look like for you? What's coming up? Is there any events you want to do? Is there anything personal that you've got going on?
I want to get this down the quarter. I want to do a couple of laps, and obviously I've got to do my license.
man. Are you going to run it this year? Or?
Yeah, I'll run it this year. I don't care about heat, mate.
You're aircon, don't you?
Yeah. The 480 system, 4 windows down, 80 k's an hour. Yeah, but yeah, I want to do a couple of runs, just some shakedown runs, just see kind of what we're working with.
Of course.
And I've got to do
baseline.
I've got to do my licensing still, so I have to go do those runs down there for that. And I need a belly pan for it, so I'll get Dan down at Fab Lab.
He's done a lot of the 𝐇𝐎𝐿 stuff as well.
He has, yeah. So he fabbed up, like we got a 100mm thick intercooler in this, and everyone said that we couldn't fit it in. But Dan, he
made everything fit and look neat.
He's made everything look amazing.
He's been around forever, hey, in the industry?
He's been around a fair while, but I think only the last couple of years he's been out on his own, Fab Lab. So, but he's an incredible fabricator now. So he's doing some pretty high-end stuff now within the car scene. So he done this probably a year and a half ago. But he's like bought the 100mm intercooler core and then built all the tanks off it so it fits all behind the grill. And a lot of people said we wouldn't fit 100mm in there, but he's got it all in there, and he fabbed up the radiator and sat the engine down and further back as far as we could get it.
Now, what's the appeal with these cars for you, man? What made you go, I want an old Holden?
I've just always loved Kingswood since I was a kid. I've always wanted a HG Kingswood. I remember seeing them around when I was a kid at school, you know, and was driving around in my $500 Valiant at the time, which was sick.
Was that your first car?
That was my first car. I bought that when I was 15 for $250.
Nice. And that would have been a lot of money back then too.
Yeah, especially when you're 15 years old.
Was it
a lot of
V6 or straight
it was
six
straight six, 245 Hemi in it.
Now, how long did that last?
I blew that motor up in about 6 months.
I feel like that's a bit of a pattern I've found with everyone that I've interviewed. Their first cars just copped it and then it popped. But... So that's what you learned to drive in? Yeah,
that's exactly what I learned to drive in. So you can drive one of those big tanks, you can drive anything. So
there is, I was chatting to Chris Cross yesterday, there was a Valiant that was up at a car show recently. I don't know if you've seen it, the red one with the big blower. It won like Summer Nats Grand Champion. Like 3,000 horsepower, billet block, all the deal. Man, that is badass.
Absolutely insane, mate.
So what's the fascination with the turbo? Why turbo and why not blower? You just like the LS style? Like, what is it?
I think I just got talked into the turbo, to be honest. I wish I'd gone a side mount.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I like the side mounts.
I feel like these are so much more easier on the car though.
Yeah, turbos are just easy power and everything. You know, blowers, nice. You're doing a lot of work to maintain blowers and that all the time.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed with my deal is like, everything just rattles itself to pieces. Like, nut and bolt check every time.
They're old Harleys, mate. Yeah, they just rattle themselves
Speaking of
loose.
Harleys, man, there's this party going on in the background. Is that normal? I don't know if you guys can hear this, but there's like, it's obviously filmed on private roads. There's guys cutting sick and it sounds like Harleys.
Yeah, there's Harleys. Yeah, every weekend the boys get out the back here and there's a big straight. I definitely don't drag race down that straight or anything, or pull my parachute down that straight. But the boys head down there and they mono their Harleys every weekend. So
Final bit of the year, 2024. You want to run potentially an 8, dip into the 7s. 2025. What's on the cards for you?
I'll be happy even just running a 9 or something by this year. Just run it. Just see what we're dealing with. See if it's launching properly. See anything that we can tweak.
Totally. That's one thing I learned. Obviously, you build something with an intention. You want this as your goal, and you think, I just want to get off the trailer and run a number. It's just not that fucking easy.
It's not, mate. There is so much to actually organise. You know, like I got to get my race suit. I got to get my race licence. I got to do, your belly pan, got to get the whole car teched.
And safety's paramount, man.
Yeah, exactly. Safety is paramount. That's why I run 2 fire extinguishers in the car, one in the cab, one in the boot.
We're having a chat off camera, and one of the boys here, Mitch, whose workshop we're at Sunny Coast Auto Detailing, they went to the drags last night and a turbo beanie caught fire.
A bit of the oil drain was leaking or something, filled the turbo beanie with oil and caught on fire. So
that's my worst nightmare, is catching fire and not being able to put it out, and watching your hopes and dreams.
At least you've got your fire suppression kit.
100%. That's one thing I practice when I'm in the car, is how to press that while, close your eyes, and
while shutting engine down.
100%. Biggest fear, eh?
I think it's everyone's biggest fear, to be honest. Those poor buggers out, power crews there, they're another prime example. That's the thing with motorsport, is you've got to be safe, hey? Do you like to street drive this, or is it sort of at the point now where you don't really jump in it much? No, I get in it heaps, mate. Whenever I'm home from work, I try to get out at least once a day, or once a break, and get out and just put 100, 150 k's on it.
Sure. And the missus likes it?
Yeah.
Does she drive it?
No.
Doesn't want to, or you just don't let her?
Nah.
Next question.
Next question.
The number plates, brother, tell me, how did they come about?
Yeah.
For those that know, I might know, but for those that don't know what a kick-on is.
Well, everyone knows me, like all my mates and that. I love a good after party.
Sure.
I'm like the kick-on king.
Sure.
So, you know, I don't pull up at midnight. I'm the 6, 7 a.m. person. So
you like to hear the birds chirping
exactly.
in the morning?
I like to watch the sunrise,
Yep.
you know,
Are you
peacefully.
Are you up there chirping?
Yeah,
up there. Nice. Now, mate, I'm going to get up and have a bit of a walk around. Let's have a look at the engine bay. Tell us a little bit more about the car while we're having a bit of a walk around.
Yep. So in the bay, we got obviously got the LY6, 6.6 litre, got the 98mm 𝐇𝐎𝐿55, and then this is my dry sump setup with the Peterson tank.
Yep, beautiful. That
got
is
my
a big
clear
tank,
view.
isn't it?
Yeah. So I've got a sheet all around that and mould that in, make it look like it's in the guard.
Now, you tell us a little bit about the story. I don't know if you guys can see that. There was a bit of a rush job to get that ready.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that? Or?
So the night before power cruise, we discovered that it had a oil pressure issue because the tank was originally in the boot.
Yep.
So it just become a bit of a rush job. The night before, about 12 beers deep, hadn't slept because I'd just come off night shift, and
So in a good frame of mind.
great frame of mind for doing body work. Yeah. So I broke out the grinder, and that's the end result.
It actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, it could be worse.
Yeah, well, it could be better too.
Very true, very true. I feel like
creative.
everything is so tidy. Like for such a big huffer there, it looks like it should all fit.
Yeah.
And I see what you're saying about the intercooler and everything. It just works.
Yeah. Fab Lab, mate. He's done a great job. Just got everything real tight. Like obviously he's engine plated as well.
Yep.
So we're plated front and rear as well. So
Yep.
that's how we set the engine further down and back.
Yep.
So that's why the engine doesn't look massive in there compared to that turbos, because we do have it sat down and further back as well. So
Yep. Cool.
Yep.
And the wheels?
yeah, we just got weld V series here at the front.
They suit this car, I reckon. Hey.
Yeah, it had 15s on it, but then I upgraded up to the 17s. I just think they fill that guard a bit more.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Yeah, other than
I did the same on my Fox body for the street side of things. I had a 17 on the front, and then I just think it makes it look better.
Yeah, definitely better. I'd whack a 20 on it if it wouldn't look stupid.
Now, how nice does the shine look? We didn't put this on camera, but you were just out there spit polishing this thing before.
Oh yeah. I don't know about spit polishing. Went over it pretty quickly. But
Now, inside?
Yep. So I run the bench seat here at the moment, but I've got 2 race seats for it.
What do you prefer?
I love the benchy just for street cruising, mate. If I'm going down to Brizzy or something, the bench seat's just the way to go.
Yeah. And where's the aircon button again? Is that?
It's just that winding knob on the side door there. Yeah.
Bench seats, are they comfy?
Super comfy, dude.
Do you feel safe? Obviously, you got harnesses, but you feel safe with that?
Yeah, 100%, because the harnesses lock you just as much as being in a race seat, you know. But yeah, no, I love it. Super comfortable to drive down the highway.
Yep.
So, and then we've obviously got the cage in here, like the 6-point cage. Got the taxi bar for the bench seat as well.
And that's where everyone holds onto on the back.
Yeah, that's the fire extinguisher.
How big's that fire extinguisher too? That's got your number plate on it.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, he painted it as close as we could to the colour of the car, and then whacked my number plates on the fire extinguisher.
Beautiful.
Better than ugly red one sitting in there.
Definitely, it suits it too, hey?
Yeah.
It's those finer details which I feel can make or break a car, hey?
Yeah, 100%. Just those little things, you know. So, but yeah, we're going to eventually break this down, and we're going to sand this all back and give it a new paint job, because it's just a bit of a backyard, just closed door job. It's fine for now, you know. I want to do some racing and stuff in it. Get some chips, rubber up the side, and not care. So that's what it is at the moment. And then once
would you think about maybe putting that 3M film on it to stop that down low there, or?
Could do, yeah. Well, I mean, it's got a rock guard down low at the moment.
Yep.
From there down, it's a rock guard. But yeah, I want to go full paint, obviously, all the way down. And
can you tell us what the colour is, or a bit of a secret?
A bit of a secret, but it's going to be, one of the new BMW custom sort of colours.
Yeah, sure, beautiful.
Yeah.
Look out for that one. And when do you hope to have that done?
Probably this time next year it'll be done,
Yep.
Going to paint the whole bottom, and then give the roof a bit of a new spray, and then want to do the cage the same colour as I'm doing the car as well.
Of course.
Colour code everything.
Yep.
And then
and still do the bolt-in style there.
Yeah, correct. And then my mate actually does 3D printing. He's going to 3D print that dash in metal as well.
Perfect.
I'm going to colour code that to the car as well.
Again, all those attention to detail things.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
nice,
but again, it's all like pretty stuff that you don't want to be taking on the racetrack once it's done. So like you said, you can put the 3M film and stuff on it, but
as I said before to you, like I feel like race cars, they're good from far, but when you get up close, you see all these little bangs and bruises. You can't have a show car and a race car together, I feel.
You can't really, no. So that's why I want to do a fair bit of racing first and then break it down for next year and get it done by the end of the year, I reckon.
Yeah,
but then, like you said, I'll probably 3M the whole thing and still race it anyway. But
now let's have a look under the back here, if we can get underneath there. No, not quite get under it. So it's got all the fruit, but
yeah, it's got all the 𝐊𝐷 Bro monoleaf rear end.
Yep.
And then like I said before, running the Viking double adjustable shocks.
Yep. And
then,
size of the muffler on the back there?
It's 4-inch.
Yep. So it says it's a 186, mate. Is that false advertising or?
Yeah, no,
Is that what's that? Is that how many runs you've won, or what's the code?
That's about how much money I've spent on it
Today.
Yeah.
But you can't put a price on happiness, man.
No, exactly right. You can't drive a house, can you? So.
No, but you can race a car.
Exactly right, mate. Yeah.
We just had the big fella rock up. So Big Mitchie here at the Sunny Coast Detailing just brought us some water. He's a nice guy. Yeah. Mate, how did you guys come about coming down here?
Just through friends and stuff. Me and Mitchie met a few years ago, and yeah, he's just an absolute legend. Like, give you the shirt off his back kind of bloke.
Yeah,
you know.
Nice. Is there quite a tight knit community up here on the Sunny Coast?
Yeah, really tight, mate. Yeah. The car scene. Like, I've got my car club as well, No Cash Car Club. That me and the boys are involved with. There's about 6 or 7 of us. Yeah, we're all pretty much except one of us, we're all LS turbos.
Sure. And what's the other guy?
He's Ford, Don't worry about him, man.
Barra?
Cleve.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
that's
different. Nice.
It's not
Yeah. Old Dan Bertham with his XR.
Sure.
Yeah, he's got a real nice stout stroked Clevo. So.
Beautiful. And there's a Pajero off camera here, which we'll just talk a little bit about, but obviously don't want to give it away because it's a cool build. But Mitch up here, he's got something that's sort of blown, has potentially blown up. Yeah. Well, definitely has blown up.
He's done a little bit what I've done, blinked and gone a bit stupid, I think.
Yeah, sure. So we won't show that because he wants to keep it under wraps for now, but we might come up for another episode of that and have a look at that. But
yeah, that's a really nice build.
If you saw this coming up, you'd probably hear it before you saw it, but it is one tough piece of kit. So
yeah, big wheels on it.
And big heartbreakers probably too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, what got you into cars, man?
I don't know, I've just ever since I was a kid, like my parents said, any toy, any electric remote control cars, I'd be in there. I'd have them pulled apart within a week. Right. Yeah, they didn't last long.
What was the moment for you when what was the first car, if you can remember back, that you saw and you're like, all right, I need to be part of that?
Would have been a 𝐇𝐎𝐏𝐄, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like always loved Kings, always wanted a HG, but yeah, I remember coming out of school and I found some Kingswoods that I wanted to buy, and at the time, like they were immaculate, like 6 or 7 grand, and I was thinking, who would pay that much?
That's a lot of money
for
back
a Kingswood?
then,
yeah, like crazy amounts of money back then, but now you're looking at it and like, just rollers of these are going for 30, 40 grand without an engine.
Shit ones.
Yeah, absolutely. So I got pretty lucky with this one as a roller.
Are there many of these around for sale?
Nah, not really, man. Not anymore. They're getting very rare.
Yeah, sure.
Either that or they're just like stock standard ones or full of rust.
Yeah. Or hidden away in a barn or something like that.
Yeah, the old barn finds. They're still out there.
Now, brother, 3 cars. If you were to choose daily, race car, and like fuck you car, which I've labelled it now. So, what would you choose for 3 of those?
Oh, my daily, I'd have to do a 3100 Chev.
Oof.
Yeah, 57, 3100 Chev. Like that's going to actually be my next build.
That's cool.
It'll be a 3100 Chev. I want to put a 5th wheel in the back and then tow this around with it. So
that's cool.
That's my plan. Yeah, in the next couple of years, I'll start the 3100.
Yeah.
I'd have this as my race one, obviously, but I'd probably.
So you've got your dream.
Yeah, this is actually my dream car since I was a kid.
Perfect.
So
that's sick.
Since I was 16, 17, or like I was saying, I always wanted one. Probably not to this extreme, but
I love that, bro. There's people doing their dream.
Yeah. It's taken me 20 years, but
sure, it's all right.
I've finally got it done.
You've still got 50 or 60 years to go, so.
Oh mate, I'll still be racing this when I'm 100.
Still be kicking on too.
I'll still be letting off the button.
And the fuck you car, what would that be?
I don't know. That's a hard one.
It is a hard one. I feel like I've said this before to people, any car enthusiasts, it's hard to limit to 1 or 3 cars because depending on what day it is, I feel like we change.
Yeah. Like I could easily go a sports car, like a Ferrari or something, or I could easily go a Camaro. Like
old or new one?
Old one. Yeah,
sure.
definitely old school.
For sure.
But yeah, I don't know. Like you're saying, it'd probably change on the day. Like,
Sure.
Yeah.
A piece of advice, man, you could give yourself 5 years ago. What would you give?
I don't know. Do your research more with people you get to help you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is there a
I've
story
wasted
there?
a lot of money with shit trades
Yeah.
from not doing my research.
Sure. In the car industry or any industry?
Mainly the car industry.
Yeah. I think everyone's got a story where they've been burnt or...
Yeah, I pretty much do
advantage of.
everything myself now.
Sure, that's sick.
So-
Yeah. At least then you've only got yourself to sort of blame if something goes wrong in a sense.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
But then you also learn your own car at the same time. So,
Yeah.
you know, like I want to do drag challenge hopefully next year.
Yeah.
So that's
In
actually
Queensland or we go down to Victoria?
hopefully in Queensland.
Yeah. Yeah.
Might just see what happens, see what time of the year,
Yeah.
you know, whether I can get some time off work and that.
Sure.
So, but that'll determine which one I do. But
Yeah.
that's one of the goals for next year is definitely get down
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
drag challenge route.
Yeah, cool.
So that'll be hopefully next year.
Yeah, but it's such a cool event, hey. I've been watching it on the socials and
Yeah.
man, some of the drives these guys are doing in like cars that are probably not the most comfortable to drive, and you can watch them with the trailer and they've got a couple of beers going, they're getting a pub, having a feed. It looks like a good time.
Someone will have to drive for me
You'll be in the back
from the track. Yeah, I'll be the one drinking in the back, you know, kick-ons.
and then blow zero for the race.
Yeah, oh, correct, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll steer it at the track, but everyone can drive between the tracks, you know.
Sure. Is there any rules on that, or do you don't have to drive?
I haven't looked into it, whether you got to be the driver the whole time or what. Oh, surely it's just the trip from the track.
Just like 1,000 k's or potentially more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did 700 k's yesterday.
Wow. Brother, I whinge about doing 700 k's in a comfy car, let alone something that's race spec, you know?
Oh, see, I drive all day at work, so I'm used to sitting in.
And what do you do for work, brother?
I work out in the mines, out in the coal
Yeah,
mines.
you're saying that. What's your job title though? What do you do?
Operator, yeah. Operate all the machinery out there.
All the big stuff.
All the big stuff.
Do you get to drive the big trucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
The trucks, dozers, graders.
Yep.
So yeah, slowly working my way up, hopefully getting the excavators and that soon, or the big 800 tonners and that.
Yeah,
so.
sure. It's like playing with the big kid toys.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 10, 12 years now, so
Nice.
don't know any different. Just limited time for family and working on the car a bit, but that's all
And the
right.
missus, she appreciates the cars?
Oh yeah, loves it.
Yeah. She car chick herself, I guess you could say?
Nah, not at all.
But just appreciates you're so passionate about it?
She likes it, I like it.
Yeah,
that's about
cool.
it. Yeah.
That's cool. All right, so we're back on. We got Big Mitchie on now with us from Sunny Coast Auto Detailing. Now, before we go any further, mate, let's touch on ECU that you got in the car. We haven't spoke about that. What is that?
Yeah, so I'm running a Holly HP, Holly everything in there.
Terminator or Dominator? What is it?
A HP, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's got the additional outputs and that in there.
Yeah.
And then I've got an additional output box on it as
Yeah.
well.
And the big dash.
Yeah, running the 12.3 dash.
Yeah.
in it,
They look cool, hey.
Yeah, super cool, but super expensive.
Yeah. But again.
Is that the Holly Air Fire Dash?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, that.
Now, tune-wise, what's to go? Like, who tunes and looks after it?
Tune-wise, we got Knight Family Motorsport, or Colin Knight over there.
Okay.
Absolute wealth of knowledge, that fella.
Sure.
Wouldn't take my car anywhere else.
Yep.
Just
Where's he
knows-
based?
He's just here at Sunny Coast in Maroochydore there.
Perfect.
On Wises Road.
Yep.
Yeah, but he looks after this thing, man, and yeah, we've had a few little run-ins every time I take the car there. We seem to have an issue with
We were
it.
just saying off camera, I feel like everyone's got that story of everything's going well until the night before the dyno, then something goes wrong. Mitch, you're saying you've had some...
Yeah, it's literally the pre-dyno rush. Like, I heard the same thing with my car, and everyone was like, it's just the common thing.
Yep.
Hey, like,
Yep.
it must
I was just
be.
saying before, there's off camera, we're not going to show it, but I was just telling them, you got a cool build that's going. Can you say a little bit about what it is, or nah, you'd prefer not to?
Yeah, it's a 88 Gen 1 Pajero with a small block 350 Chev in it. Yeah, so something a bit different.
But you've done a lot of cool custom stuff.
Oh, there's heaps.
Like,
Literally, like, every panel's been custom.
Guys, you want to, I'm not going to show you this, but you want to see this, like when it's done, it's going to be proper badass.
Yeah, you hear 88 Pajero and you sort of, and then when you see it, it's like, it is pretty different.
You just automatically think Pajero, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that's not just a Pajero.
No, it's a bit unique.
Yeah.
And we're
And
going to
horror
talk him in.
stories.
We're going to talk him in. He's going to run a bit of NOS on there too.
Yeah,
so.
sure.
We were only just talking about that last night, so you don't need to twist my arm for that.
No.
Whether it be a...
But only on private roads or...
Oh, yeah, of course. Or Mexico, you know the story.
Yeah. No, don't condone
It's not
any
a
street
race.
racing
It's
or
not
nothing.
It's not a race car. It's just a
Yeah.
cool cruiser, makes
Yeah.
a bit of noise.
But down in Tijuana on the beach, it could do a good spray.
I think it's probably a bit nice to go up the beach now.
Yeah.
Originally, that's what it was sort of for, and we sort of had to buy a new car to go up the beach because the missus was a bit upset. So,
Is that, you've had more cars than that as well?
yeah, I've got another little car that was sort of the main project, and that was just meant to be a side thing.
Yeah,
and
sure.
then it sort of escalated.
And this is your shop up here?
Yeah.
Cool. And you work on this thing and make it look pretty?
Yeah, every now and then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we give it a little
Beautiful.
birthday. Taught Sean everything he knows about the sponge and the water.
He did well this morning. No circles,
No
straight up
circles,
and down.
straight line.
I got to hold Mitchy back though. He wants to do too much to it.
Yeah. So off camera, they were talking about this thing's going to be painted in like a week's time.
Yeah,
It's
Mitchy.
when two dumb blokes get together. Exactly.
Exactly.
Two blokes who don't really care about having the paint.
Yeah,
We just
yeah.
sort of...
Nah, we don't like to sleep, so
No.
we just like to.
Hence the whole plate kick-ons. Yeah, sure.
What were we going to do? A little quick tidy up before you...
Yeah, even before Power Cruise, we're going to do a quick 2-day closed door respray on it just for Power Cruise for no reason. But
As I was saying, I feel like this is a common thing, is everyone's ready and then they're like, oh, we'll just quickly change everything. And it's like, you won't sleep for a day or two leading up to it, and it's like a thrash.
yeah, well, it ended up being a thrash for this Power Cruise anyway, because the reason why we didn't actually do that quick paint job is I blew the gearbox on the way to the dyno the week before.
Nice. Another horror dino story.
Yeah, dino stories, man. I don't know, there's a curse or something with
Yeah.
dinos.
It was literally I've never seen you so sad.
It's depressing, but you know.
I was defeated.
He
It
come in and
defeated
pick
me.
up the Harley, and I was like, oh, I had to give him a good pat on the back.
Sure.
He was proper.
But you still-
It was literally the one thing after the other for him.
Yeah.
I felt for him, mate.
And you still made it though.
I still made it, had the
Yeah.
engine out and everything, doing head gaskets.
Yeah.
2 weeks, 3 weeks prior, and then got all that back together. I thought, oh, she's mechanically mint.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go, and we'll do the body and stuff for Power Cruise quickly.
Yeah.
That's why you're working away too, like having gaps of time.
Yeah,
Right.
I know. Like I get fairly decent amounts of time at home, you know,
Yeah.
week
A week,
stints.
yeah.
So I do get some good time to work on the car and
Yeah,
get it
sure.
ready. But yeah, I don't know how people do it with Monday to Friday jobs. Like
You find a way, I guess. You have no choice.
Yeah, we'll pull this down and paint it next year sometime.
Yeah.
We get one bit of time.
Yeah, sure.
While we're here, we may as well do this.
Yeah.
And again, it snowballs. Oh,
May
yeah,
as
we'll just do that.
shave the bay, may
Yeah.
as well paint the cage.
But-
Well, I feel like there's not much bay left because you cut it all out, brother.
Yeah, I know. I've got a pretty heavy hand with the grinder, so
How good.
I know Dan at Fab Lab probably hates me. He's got to fix everything for me now. But
Nice. Well, it's weight reduction, so.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, but back to the dyno horror stories. So basically getting this ready for Power Cruise, just gone, had the engine out, everything, got it all fixed, back in. Thought, won't even look over the gearbox. You
Yeah.
know, she's been absolutely mint.
Yeah.
Popped the engine, everything back in, driving to the dyno. I melted all my clutches together in the dyno. All I had was top gear, had no reverse or anything. Pulled into the dyno. Kai was just like, mate, what have you... So, yeah, a couple of days before Power Cruise, had to drop the box.
Yeah.
Mark over at Outcast quickly
big
bolted
Marky.
one together, and
Yeah.
he did it in like the day.
How good.
Pulled it apart.
That's the
bolted
good
it
thing I
back
like about the
together.
car community is if there's someone, a brother in need, people are
Yeah.
more than happy. As long as you're a good cunt,
Yeah.
people will do whatever they can to help you.
Yeah.
Like last night at the drags for us,
Yeah.
like my brother's turbo beanie was on fire, and a guy ran with him to get the fire. He's
Yeah.
like, "I got you, bro." Like he
Yeah.
ran and
That's
then ran back with him, like make
Yeah.
sure we were okay.
Yeah. That's one thing I like about the drags is I've only just first started. I mean, I'm a low budget type guy, and if I don't have something, even though I can go ask someone I'm competing against, they'll give you the shirt off their
it's the
back to
community
help you. Yeah.
Exactly
As long
right.
as you don't beat them,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then if you do, well, they'll probably want that part back. But you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's
With
the best thing
interest,
about that's the best thing about the community is they'll help you no matter what.
Yeah, that's right. The car community is... That's what it should be about in the car community. You know,
Yeah,
we all help
100%.
each other. We all know what we go through to build cars like this, and the money we spend. It's like it gets crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you know, a $20 part here and there to help someone out in the industry.
Yeah,
absolutely.
100%. To keep them going.
Exactly right. Yeah,
for sure.
Well, another one, just leaving power crews the other week, you know, like I'm pulling out, it was about 10:30 at night and I had no lights on my trailer.
Yep.
The lights weren't working and a bloke pulled me up like he was drinking some beers and he was fairly lubed up. But he pulled me up, he said,
He's probably having a kick on.
Yeah, he was well and truly kicking on this fella. But the best thing was he was an auto electric.
Perfect.
Pulled me up and he's like, got any pliers and stuff, and he just ripped straight into my trailer wiring and fixed the whole thing. It wouldn't let me go out the front gate. I was wrecked. I was like, no.
Were you waiting for an invoice or something like that? Or
I gave him a few bottles of JD and stuff. Beautiful. So whatever I had in the fridge, gave that to him. So he was pretty stoked. I don't think he needed it, but he was stoked.
Maybe not at the time. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Shawnee, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for the car. We look forward to it coming out again soon. Yeah. We might load up a few cheeky videos of it, just doing what it does. You'd have some in the bank?
Yeah, I got a couple of cheeky videos there in the bank.
We'll load up a few. We're not going to get it out on the road, obviously. Yeah. One like, and he'll get off the button. One like. I mean, by the time you see this video, it's already going to be loaded up anyway. But we'll sit here, we'll turn this off. We might twist his arm and see if he'll get off the brake. What do you reckon? I feel like he's twisting his own arm. Look at it's made of rubber.
Rubbery.
Thank you so much for coming on, boys, and appreciate it. So again, Mitchie up here at the Sunny Coast Auto Detailing for letting us use his fantastic shop, and Big Shawnee for the kick on HG, mate. Thank you. Thank you, boys.
Yeah. See you all out on the track in the next 6-12 months.
You might have to come out to a track day, a Prodigy track day next year, if you're off.
Mate.
So May 9th and October, I'll make the announcement now. So it is Queensland Raceway. So the date will be the 9th of May. So the 9th of May is a Friday, and then we're going to do October 3rd, also a Friday.
Yeah. We'll paint prep it the day before.
So there you go. Those 2 dates, Prodigy Track Day for Toughies, number 6 and number 7 will be on. So maybe see you there.
I will be there. I'll get my leave in right now.
Perfect. Yeah. And if the boss doesn't allow, tell him he's sick.
Yeah.
Have you heard of
Not coming in.
Tell him now. Fuck you.
Yeah.
It's sick already.
Got a problem with my eyes. Don't see myself coming in.
Thank you, boys. I appreciate it. Hey, awesome.
All right. Thank you.
So we're down here in Mexico. It's quite crazy, the people you see doing some cool shit. There's a whole bunch of mad dudes on Harleys having some fun. How are you, dude? Oh man, we just come down for a bit of a drive down to Mexico and could hear you guys from a mile away.
Yeah, I know.
Brother!
I reckon we can wax some boots here, eh? Reckon?
Well, I feel like this video just took a turn for the better, eh? Well, that was, certainly blew up much more than we anticipated, but so thankful for the Mexican council for allowing us to close that road and do that.
Was it a party? After party?
Oh, I think that was the best party of, that's, yeah.
Lived up to the name?
Yeah, definitely. Kick-ons, spin-ons. You literally blew the front bar off it.
Yeah, I actually blew the front bar off. Yeah,
While being a DJ.
usually we blow the back bar off, but not kick-ons, we blow the front bar off.
How good, how good.